It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
They run again on first down. Chubb. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Mayfield now on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mayfield picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Now Burrow down around his goal line. That is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Cortland Sutton, 81 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Ready to return, here's Hilliard. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Hilliard on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 24-yard line.
Eight yards to go on second down. Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. But first down there on a pickup of 25.
Yards. And the Browns first down.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Chubb, the Browns ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
To the 49-yard
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mayfield finding Beckham, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run for Nick Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
11 yards there, first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Burrow on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. First down, here's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll
try to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is the tight end fan. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play.
He's taken
but their tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the air. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you describe it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
First down, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, he'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Browns.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A little tough on the secondary there. End zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
His kick is good.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Austin Hooper.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI call at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This is Geis. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now Burrow. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, here's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5. The
Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Oh, he'll let one. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Cincinnati Bengals.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Alone to the right is Jones. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
3rd down. And 7 yards to go.
Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield on play action. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They'll give it to Chubb. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll try again with Chubb. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. And then he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Now Burrow down around his goal line. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now Burrow on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And it's second down.
On the coverage.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this one is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To the air again, Burrow. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal.
For the field goal.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Avoids him at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Mayfield with it once more. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. First Mayfield to his new target, Hooper, for a Cleveland first. Now Mayfield lost the football. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
At the 17-yard line.
First down, here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Bengals 35.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Cortland Sutton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Bengals 42.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs.
Odell Beckham Jr. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 13.
Odell Beckham, 89 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Got his target, Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Burrow going to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Burrow's pass, intended for Cortland Sutton, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Today's final score, Bengals.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 now at 4-4.